My name is Drill Sergeant Sullivan. Our physical training is called physical readiness training. It's developed from a system in order to help incorporate muscle strengthening, joint strengthening, because we were first experienced a lot of hip injuries, putting the privates out of the service actually. So we switched over to PRT a few years back just so we can make sure that that doesn't happen. It mitigates it a lot better now. It doesn't allow for as much stress on the body, and it slowly builds them up throughout basic combat training and through AIT.
So the group that just was in there, how long have they been here?
This is the beginning of their training week 2, so roughly 2.5 weeks.
Okay. And how long is the training?
10 weeks total.
So by the end of it, what will they be capable of doing? Where are they going to be at?
As far as physically, most of them will score well over 200 on the Army Physical Fitness test, and maximum is 300. We will have cases that are even above 300. I've had up to 360, and onto the extended scale, I've seen upwards of 11-minute 2-mile times, 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, 100 sit-ups in 2 minutes. It depends a lot on where they are when they first come here, because we build them up based off of that. Some of these kids, play sports, some of them play video games, but it's a little bit different where they start off.
So they need to score at least a 200?
No, they need to score at least a 150.
At least 150, okay.
With 50 points in each event just to pass basic combat training. And then once they go on to AIT, which is their job-specific training, then they need to get 60 to graduate that. And then once they get out to the regular Army, it's 70 points in each event.
Okay. So what are those requirements, if there's like push-up or sit-up requirements for the 150?
It's all going to be different depending on your age group, depending on your sex. It's because we're all anatomically different. The female push-ups are lower than the male push-ups, and the female run times are slower than the male run times, but the sit-ups are all the same.
Okay. So say like male 18 or female 18, do you know what the difference in that is?
For the push-up for male 18, for 70 points is 42 push-ups. It's 37 for 50 points. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know for my age group, max it, 27 years old, it's 85 push-ups and 82 sit-ups, and 1326 for the total.
And how much for the push-ups and sit-ups?
85 push-ups, 82 sit-ups, and 2 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot. So then what happens if they don't meet the requirements? So they just go home?
If they don't meet the requirements, at first they have a fitness training unit that they go to. If they get above 30 points in each event, if they don't get above 30 points in each event, then they're chaptered out of the Army.
Okay. Do you know what the success rate for the people that come in here is?
Our last cycle's graduation rate was 82%.
Is that about normal?
It's a little low. Our last cycle was a little lower than the cycle before that. We probably had about a 95% graduation rate my first cycle. Last cycle, our main problem wasn't physical readiness training. It was more life skills. A lot of them didn't qualify.
Okay. So can you kind of tell me about what a typical day is for these guys?
A typical day, they usually wake up 05, go straight out to PRT at 5:30 after they've shaved, brush their teeth and all that. They'll do that for about an hour. Depending on what chow time we have, we'll either go directly to the chow hall or we'll change them and then go to the chow hall. After that, training usually starts on the dot at 08. Will last anywhere from 1500, so that's 5 p.m. up until 1900, which is 7 p.m. After that, we have chow that will usually, if we're out on training, it'll come out to meet us. We'll set it up out there, they'll eat out there, and our counted time, end of training, is 19:30, so 7:30 p.m. 8 o'clock, they have their personal time until 9, and then 9 o'clock is lights out until 5 o'clock again. We start it all over.
What are some of the activities that go on during that training between maybe like 8 to 3?
For instance, today we have First Aid 1. This is their combat life-saving skills. So they'll learn how to dress a wound from a gunshot to a burn to a broken leg, how to treat for tension pneumothorax, which is a collapsed lung. We also had a machine gun range yesterday. We we fired a 240 Bravo and M249 saw. This weekend, on Saturday, we have CBRN 1 and 2, which is showing them how to use their equipment to protect them from chemical, biological, radiation, and nuclear agents. And then we'll actually put them through the gas chamber with CS gas Saturday afternoon.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or that I should know about their training?
It's pretty straightforward.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.